That being said, I still want to give my opinion on the Capsule Rebel. I'm not as high on it as It's Me Morpheus is. I think this is probably the second best case. It's certainly better than or equal to the slider. In some ways, it's better. In some ways, it's worse. But let me just give you my opinion. One thing is this material is semi hard. It's not a rubber like this, and therefore there's a couple issues with it. One, the covers on your buttons, when this goes in, it covers your buttons, which is, usually people want that for protection of their buttons. But you lose, because of the hardness of the material, you lose a lot of the tactile feel that you have with either a regular rubber cover over it, or and also it's a little loose. It doesn't go on as tight, but with the spine, that kind of tightens the whole thing on and fits on perfectly. So goes on pretty easy. The other thing is coming on and off, a little bit difficult. You have to kind of pull these corners off carefully. Even pulling them off carefully, it still marks up this material. This material easily, scratches and can get a little damaged. I notice it's crushed a little bit on the sides because I can't pull it all the way off without it rubbing against that plastic material. That being said, you can see the rockers here are covered. The top is covered. Because of this plastic, it's a little difficult to push down on the button. You can't just put it straight down. You're pushing on plastic. You kind of have to push in that hole a little bit. And the other thing is, because of the hardness of the plastic, you don't feel that button really going up and down. You feel it a little bit more in the rockers, but you really lose that tactile feel with this case. A little bit bothersome. The other thing I found was that this rubber, because it's harder, they didn't do a great job on the edges. And when I hold this case, I usually keep a finger on the bottom. I feel those edges. I feel those edges here, and they're sharp enough to bother me. Also, the case is a little bit bulkier than the in-case slider. Not my favorite. I like things a little bit thinner, but not noticeably so. You can see if I put them side by side that this case is a little bit thicker or wider, depending on how you look at it, and it's also a little bit thicker. So this one is by far thinner, and I think gives just as, by the way, this gives great drop support. I'd have no problem with my phone dropping this. I think this is probably the best with the kind of crushability of this plastic and the hard corners being protected by the hard plastic. I think this is a great solution. I mean, it's a good case. You're going to notice that the back of this thing, since it's that hard plastic, it's going to get scuffed, and if you see on mine, you can already see swirls and scratch marks. So it's not, it's a good case. I don't give it a 10. I give it maybe a 9. Similar, I give this case probably a 9 also, and I give this case also a 9. But they have different reasons why I like one over the other. So I hope this helps you guys. I have a blog where you can find additional information. I do stuff mostly on the iPhone, but productivity, how to be productive with your iPhone. I'm going to be putting something up there on how to be fit with your iPhone. There's a lot of stuff out there, but not a lot of good reviews. So I'm trying to gather some of that information, put it up there. So look me up, arkingmark.wordpress.com. Once again, arkingmark.wordpress.com. And if you want me to do anything else or have any questions, suggestions, or comments, just give me a line, get on my blog, and I'll try to answer things as best I can. I hope this is helpful for you guys, and it's me, Morpheus. Carlos, I'm going to be sending this out to you shortly, hopefully tomorrow, which is, today, Friday. I'm doing this real late. And good luck out there with whatever you guys are looking for. I hope this review helped you guys.